Hi everyone, this is Nancy D'Agostino and today I'm going to show you how to draw one of the insects from A Bug's Life, which was produced by Pixar Animation for Walt Disney. And here's a beautiful drawing that I found on the internet. It says Millie Haywood and she did this drawing in 2015. It's simple but very effective, and it shows how you too can do this using just some colored pencils. I've actually chosen the ones that I'm going to use for this, and I'm also going to use a grey lead and a rubber. So that should be all I need. So let's get started. Okay, so as we usually do, we have the option to do this in the exact size it's in, or we can do this a lot bigger and use up the whole space of the page. I think we can fit the head in no problems. We've got the antennas here, which will fit in no problem. But it's important that we start at the bottom here. So let's get started with the body. So let's just bring this down a little bit, and we need to make sure that we've got this curved line first. So I'm going to take it a little bit bigger than what it is here, and I'm going to go from about here. So let's bring that down like that, and let's go across here. So we're going to bring it kind of across, bring it down a little bit, which is that, and then we know that we've got this happening. But if you draw this like that, you'll actually see that that squarish shape, it's there. So as we go this way, it should taper in a little bit more. So let's bring it into about there and remove that line that we don't need. Then we've got this line here, so we need to start from about there and bring it to about there. Okay, so they're really important lines in balancing this drawing out. So then we've got the arms. So the arms will come out slightly, and again here, but we need this arm to be approximately there. So we're going to bring it from here slightly up and around like that, and then finishing it off there. Then we've got this part here. Now we don't have the whole thing, but because I've enlarged it, it means that I can go right to the end, and it should be in proportion rather than having it too short and then having to fill it in without knowing what goes there at this particular point, as the drawing is limiting because I've only got that bit that is showing. Okay, then on this side here, so again, we've got this bit here, it rounds over, and we want to align it. So roughly where this is, draw a line going across, that's where we're going to start, but it's got to kind of come up a little bit higher. So we're going to go like that, and we are going to make this a little bit shorter than what it is here because of the angle. And it's kind of like that. So I'm going to bring it out like that, like that. That should work. Might be a bit thick, so let's just thin that out a bit. Maybe that's too thin. Okay, just give me a moment there, and I'm just going to bring that like that. Okay, so that's pretty good. And then we've got the arms that go right out like that, and the same here, it starts a bit thinner and then goes a bit thicker, and we've got that. So already we've got the whole body almost finished. Now from here there's a little gap, which is that, so we're going to bring it to there, and we know that from where that ends it's about that much space. So we've got our points there, and we're going to run it up almost like a circle from there to there. It's a little bit more up and down in the drawing, so I'm going to bring that up now and remove the line that I don't need, because that was just to try and get it close. And this one will go there. Okay, so now we've got the neck and we need the head. Now as you can see here, if I draw a line across there on that angle, it's coming out almost as an upside down V. So what I'm going to do is just kind of get that to go there like that. Now how far do I go out? Well, if I measure this to here, it's almost to the end. So we're looking at the face kind of there. And the same here, we've got a little bit of space. So it's kind of to about there, okay? So there's my line there. I'll kind of want that face to go right out to that point, right out to that point. So let's bring it out. So from there, let's keep it going. And we need to get this beautiful squarish rounded area going on here, which will come right up. And because the drawing is a lot bigger, it needs to show that difference in that. So I'm just going to bring that out a bit, and there's my shape there. Now it is on an angle, so let's angle it down. And the same thing here, let's just round it off there and then go out of the line to get that curve, and that's how easy that will sit in there. Now that line that I drew could be the eyelids, the bottom eyelids here, right there. So what I'm going to do is first of all position the mouth in. So the mouth is very square and it starts a little higher than the chin here, so I need to be able to get it to about there. I need to be able to get it from where the neck is all the way to about here. So we're going to bring it up a bit more. So we're going to go to there. So if I get that line in and I just start with that line first, I know that I've got to pinpoint it to about there. That's my next point. And I know that this has to pinpoint to about there. Now, I'm going to need a line that goes up above, but I know that this is bigger. So a bigger size mouth can go a little bit higher. And then it's got to taper down like that. And the same thing here, like that. So we've got the mouth there. It is squarish. There's a squarish bit there. Okay, we've got that line in there. And then we've got this line in there. Now, what we do want to do is be able to colour that in white, so we can't have all this pencil in the way. So I'm going to actually be very delicate with the way I draw that. And this has got to be a bit more square there. Okay, so that'll work. And then the top section, so we've got this here, which is going to work nicely. And then we've got the so-called teeth, which will go this way here, rounding that a little bit more, all the way to there, roughly, something like that. And then over here, bringing that around like it's almost the tongue, like that, and all the way across to there. Okay, so now remembering that our picture is bigger, so I need to make sure that I allow for that. So I'm going to have to actually make it a bit bigger. Actually, I feel like that's still too big. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so let's get rid of the line we don't need, which is that one there. Again, in here, the filling area, the filler, we don't need all these extra lines. So we'll remove those, and then we've got that extra one there. Okay, so we pretty much have got that going in the right direction there, like that. Okay, so we've got that. All right, what do we need next? We've got all this shading area going on here and here, which we will do later. We've got this shaping going on here, all the way around. That will get us to here, which really is the eye socket. So we already have this bit here, and we'll get back to that. Now back to this side here. So we've got all this shading that will go on later over here. And then from here, we are going to look at that line. Okay, it's all aligned. So we've got a line there. So this is going to go inwards here, back out like that. Let's get this area right up. Now remember, we're just trying to get it as close as we can. Okay, so from here, the space. So we've got that there. We're going to start on that line, and we are going to bring this all the way up and all the way around. Now here you've got that line, but we need to get the eye to come all the way up, so somehow it meets there, but we need this to show that we've got that curve as well there. So that will hit there, and then from there shade this bit in first, like that. This bit here is going to be like that. Actually, no, it's not. It's like that. We don't need that extra line. That line is already taken care of. So let's just draw that back in. So the line was kind of there. So let's leave that there. Okay, and then we're going to add in the eye. So the eye is about there. Again, a lot bigger. And we've got that shaded in area there that has to be put in. So we'll leave that like that for the moment. We've got that going on there. All right, then once we've got this here, we've got another shaded area around about there, and that's where the other eye is going to come up from. And you've got to remember that that other eye is on an angle. So I'm just freehand drawing it here, same way you would if you were doing it. So again, it's kind of like the nose area here. And you can see that's quite wide there. I've gone a little bit thin, so that won't matter. I'll just redraw that there. And by removing that extra line that is not needed, should position it better. Okay, so we can see now the eye. We've got that line on top there. There needs to be another line under it, like that, which can be widened if needed, but we'll do that later. Okay, then we've got another line underneath. So let's go in a bit and start with the next line, which I can see I want to take it right out to get that roundness. Now that goes to around about there and then has to come all the way like that. And that's where we're going to get that other flat bit there. Okay, so once I get that in, now I can actually see that I am going to need to have that extra space here without needing to have the lines continue all the way down. So now I've got that there, which is that. I've got this here. I know that I'm going to have a bit of shading going on there, which is fine. And I know that this has got to be darker, just like this bit's got to be shaded in there. And I know that this bit here has to actually come up and meet. And so now I have the line I needed to go all the way around there, like that. And now I can bring this line all the way down like that, so that it meets at that point. And I've also got this line here, which can have that second eyelid line roughly there as well, and it kind of finishes there. I'll remove that as well. Okay, so next we are going to add in the eye, which we want to align it on the same angle that the other eye is in, and size as well. So we just go round there like that, and then we've got the pupil inside that. So if I just go like that, it's the easiest way to remeasure it. And we've got that other round thing going on around it. And as far as it goes with that pupil, we'll just put the starlight in his eyes that way there.